the most successful lawyer on the planet. This guy, as a defense attorney, won 245 murder trials in a row, either before the jury or on appeal. Unbelievable. Nobody's ever done that. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records, the most successful lawyer who ever lived. And like me, he was a skeptic about the resurrection. And you think about it. Here's a guy that knows what constitutes reliable evidence, right? Here's a guy who's used to taking what looks like an airtight case against his client and finding all the loopholes, all the problems with that. He was knighted twice by Queen Elizabeth, and he was appointed the Supreme Court of his land. Well, one day, somebody came up to him and said, Sir Lionel, you're the greatest lawyer who's ever lived. Have you ever taken your monumental legal skills and applied it to the historical record for the resurrection of Jesus and come to an informed conclusion about whether he really returned from the dead? And he said, no, I haven't, but I will. And so he spent years researching it through his legal expertise. And I'll recite to you one sentence he wrote that summarized his conclusion. Quote, I say unequivocally that the evidence for the resurrection of Jesus Christ is so overwhelming that it compels acceptance by proof, which leaves absolutely no room for doubt. This from the most successful lawyer in the world. I came to the same conclusion on November the 8th of 1981. After my wife became a Christian and I tried to rescue her from this cult by disproving the resurrection, and I spent 2 years of my life using my journalism training and legal training to investigate the evidence, and I came to the same conclusion. And then I read a verse, John 1:12. Interesting verse. It says, yet to as many as received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, even to those who believe in his name. And I noticed that verse forms an equation of what it means to become a child of God. I believe, based on the data of history, that Jesus claimed to be the Son of God. Get it? I believe it. It's not enough. It's not enough. I had to receive what? Receive this free gift of forgiveness and eternal life that Jesus purchased for me on the cross when he died as my substitute to pay for all of my sin. And when I would receive this free gift of his grace, then I would become a child of God. And so I got on my knees and I poured out a confession of a lifetime of immorality that would absolutely curl your hair. And at that moment, I received complete and total forgiveness through Jesus Christ, and I became